I need more sapphic swan-like retellings in my life. This book follows a sorceress who lives in a kingdom devoid of magic, and to bring that magic back, her father devises a plan to steal the king's crown, which happens to be the only magical item left. To do this, she must impersonate her childhood friend turned sworn enemy, the beautiful Marie de Odette. But when the king is murdered, she must team up with Marie to uncover the killer and help restore peace and magic to the kingdom. The first thing about this book that jumped out at me was how well written it was. The prose were exceptional, and the story was intentionally structured with a clear beginning, middle, and end. A.B. Poranek is a very talented writer, and it really showed throughout the book. I really enjoyed Odile as the main character because she isn't your typical heroine. She's complicated and layered, and you're never quite sure if you should be rooting for her. I love when I'm reading characters and they're complex and nuanced, and she definitely was throughout the entire story. That said, this book needed more room to breathe, especially when looking at the romance subplot. The shift from enemies to lovers happens too abruptly, and it wasn't as believable as I would have liked. I also wish I cared more about the characters and the plot. There wasn't anything glaringly wrong with either, but it just didn't leave a lasting impression. I will say the last 25% of this book was exceptional. The plot was intense and it kept building, and the groundwork that Poranek laid early on really paid off. There were several exciting plot twists that I didn't see coming, but the clues were there if I looked a little deeper. If the entire book had the same energy as the final quarter, this generally would have been a home run. I wasn't as connected to the story or the characters as I wanted to be, and that's why this book didn't fully work for me. However, I overall had a fun time with this book. Thank you so much to Simon Teen for gifting me an arc of this book ahead of its official release.